for Frieza alongside Nappa, battling these different planets they were going to take over for the Empire, and he had to most likely fight various armies in his life. So these guys are combat experienced going back decades, and they're having a hard time with these tanks, and I didn't like that. While I'm watching it, I'm like, why don't you guys just go Super Saiyan? Like, why don't you just go Super Saiyan and just finish this? It really reminded me of some of my criticisms about the Giants episode and how things could have been resolved easier and faster, in that way. And so I think, that type of shit bothered me. Now, I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode to see if maybe there was an explanation that I missed before I do my breakdown. But I really did not like the fact that they're having a...
Now, they didn't have to go Super Saiyan versus the hamsters. Shouts out to not going Super Saiyan against the hamsters. You don't even want to have to say that. Vegeta, I remember when you went Super Saiyan versus the hamsters. Really? Really? You just gonna try to embarrass me by telling everybody I had to go Super Saiyan against that giant hamster? Nah. I was in base form fighting these damn hamsters, because guess what? They was over here throwing them hands. They hamsters. They was going hand with them. You dig? Couldn't stop that part. But I had to go Super Saiyan against a giant baby, which is pathetic because it's a giant baby versus the hamster. You dig? At least he waited till you was fighting the kid, because it wasn't even a baby. This little motherfucker walking to school. Shouts out to walking to school by yourself, because if the adult was there supervising the kid like you should have been, why was you fighting the kid versus the adult? And I said this, like, what the fuck? Why is these hamsters acting crazy? Then they look, oh shit, this little nigga over here, hey, he wasn't Super Saiyan. I could detect that power, type shit.
A hard time when they could just go Super Saiyan. It would enhance their power, their speed, and everything, and they should be able to take everybody out. So during this big battle at like the palace, we then have a moment that I thought was very much like Lord of the Rings, the films, or like the MCU, where there's a big blast that's about to hit Goku and them, and suddenly out of nowhere, bam, here comes Pansy's dad, King Kadan, from Demon Realm, Demon World 3. He finally made it there, and so he brings his reinforcements, and now it becomes this big sort of back and forth fight. Now Goku goes Super Saiyan. So I'm very mixed on this, because while I enjoyed the fight, I like sort of the two different armies fighting. It's something different that we don't really see much of in Dragon Ball. Like, we really don't. There are some flashback scenes to stuff that happened on Planet Vegeta, very briefly, and there's a few scenes here and there, but most of the time we just see like any army, whether it be the Red Ribbon or even the Army of the Earth, going against some kind of like superhuman. For example, when Cell fought the armies of the Earth in Dragon Ball Z before the Cell games, that's one example right there. Here it's like army against army, and I really like that, because again, it's not something we see a lot from Dragon Ball, but in the back of my head, my suspension of disbelief was kind of hurt, because these guys, we know that Goku can do Super Saiyan 3. We've seen Vegeta do it a couple episodes ago. You would think 3 episodes ago, you would think that they would just bust that out and away we go. But finally Goku goes Super Saiyan, and they are able to overcome Goma's forces. There was nothing really in this episode with, there was some brief stuff, but no storyline progression with Majin Ku, Majin Du, and the counterfeit Ginyu Force. It looks like that's being saved for next week. But the resolution here is that King Kadan has come to help them out, which I do like that. Like, I do like that he actually has a place here in the big finale, and I did like that most of the episode was very, very action-based. But like I said, there were just things that bugged me because they were weird and kind of dumb, and I don't think they were very well thought out. Dragon Ball Daima really has to stick the landing here. I will say that if it doesn't, like if the next 5 episodes don't produce, high quality, Daima, I think, will be seen as sort of a waste of time, or not entirely, but like it'll be seen as a letdown. I know for some people it already is. I know others aren't into it.